Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. So as I've done the last few years, I'm gonna do it again. I will share with you guys, coming up to the end of 2021, how much money I've made off of this YouTube channel this year. Now, I know a lot of people are a little bit uneasy about sharing money, and I do understand it to a certain degree. I don't really share how much I make in my full-time job, and I think that's why I'm a little bit open about how much money I make off this YouTube channel, because it is a bit of a side hustle, I guess you'd say. A lot of people are gonna see this number and think that it's really considerably good money for a side hustle, and I don't disagree. It actually is really nice side revenue. So again, this has been 6 years and 10 days now of producing content. I have well over 300 videos, and it's been a long learning curve for me. Prior to YouTube, I had zero experience in production of anything. There's been just a lot of being a student of the platform. There's some YouTubers out there that have really helped me in terms of creating content. Casey Neistat being the godfather of YouTube content. Cletus McFarland I watch all the time. Matt Carricker from Demo Ranch. Blockhead, John Maxwell. Brandon Picasso is a smaller YouTuber, does amazing stuff. I just try to seek inspiration wherever I can. And there's just a million channels that I watch. I can't name them all. So the one piece of advice I have for anybody is, if you want to be in the YouTube space, be prepared that it may take 6 years to make significant money, and also always be willing to learn. I will say that I've had a couple significant shout outs for this channel over the years, but nothing has been more valuable than the actual work. So you can get a shout out from a larger channel, maybe pick up a few hundred subscribers, but the only way to get there is to just keep improving. And that's sort of my piece of advice here, is there is no magic button. Sure, there are a few channels you'll watch just blow up and go buck wild, but at the end of the day, if their content starts to slack or isn't up to snuff, those views you'll see just start to peter off. So you really need to provide value to the viewer, and if you're not doing it, doesn't matter what your subscriber count is, there will be not a whole lot of engagement, and without engagement, subscribers, views, the money isn't there either. So let's go ahead and jump into the analytics. I will just pop up on the screen here. As you can see, this is my first video published on this channel, Midland Micro Mobile MXT, December 8th of 2015. So that was my first video. Before we go to lifetime revenue on this channel, I want to show you guys my thought process back in 2015 when I first started this channel. The first few months, I didn't even know you could monetize it. And so February 2016, I made my first 10 cents on YouTube. Then it went to March, 32 cents. This is where I saw the first trend. I'm looking at this going, well, geez, I just tripled my money. And instead of looking at 10 cents to 32 cents, I kind of envisioned that $5 to $15. And that was sort of my waking up moment of YouTube was, well, wait a minute, if I can just better this money, I'm talking, I was at no joke counting pennies. So it looks like the first day I made any money was I made 4 cents, February 2016. But then you started going into these next few months here, I guess going into, you have a 10-cent day here in April, but you just start going like 2 cents, 4 cents, 6 cents, 8 cents. And I started to just watch this start to climb a little bit. And it wasn't a lot, but it was enough to see that these pennies turn into dimes, these dimes turn into dollars, these dollars turns into 20s. So the first year, the best month that I had was $92. I was blown away by the fact that I made 92 bucks. I remember that vividly. So lifetime, here we are. This is monthly revenue lifetime, and you can see it's just pretty much always grown. There have been a couple little drop-offs where at times I've just kind of decided maybe to take a little bit of time off. I do recommend that for any creator who's kind of on this journey. This is the money monthly, let's just go yearly. This is where it turns to being pretty impressive numbers. This year, 2021, this channel has made $30,406.22. That is as of December 18th. So maybe add on another, we'll just call it $31,000 for the year. It's probably about where it finishes. with YouTube AdSense revenue this year. What's most impressive to me in these numbers, again, is going back to 2016, $277, not enough money to really be all that interested in. 2017, $1,300. That's when I started to realize like the growth from 277 to 1,300. That's not insignificant growth. Then you go 2017 to 2018, 3689 was what I made in 2018. Now, when I bought my 2018 Harley-Davidson Heritage 114, most of that content was produced in 2019. And you can see the growth from $3,600 to $11,510. Then going into 2020, $14,607. 2021, $30,406. Now, last year was a bit of a down year due to, obviously, pandemic stuff. I was also producing less. I was in a bit of a funk in 2020, but still, I wasn't upset with that extra $15,000 of revenue. Very nice. So over the life of this channel, it has brought in $61,833, but that is over 6 years. Now, what's interesting with this channel, and I hear a lot of people say you need to niche down, you need to focus on one thing. I am so happy that I have not done that because I have learned where the money is and where the money isn't. We'll do estimated revenue here on truck content, and we will compare that to, we'll say, motorcycle content. So I have 115 motorcycle videos compared to 81 truck videos. This is why I'm happy that I have not stuck myself in one spot, because while I still love making motorcycle content, and I very much will, if you look at the numbers, truck content has always paid more, significantly more, than motorcycle content, aside from 2019. But if you look, 2020, you had $2,600 in motorcycle content, $5,400 in truck content. 2021, $3,193 in motorcycle content, $14,000 in truck content. That's not just my 2021 F-150. That's also some of my GMC Sierra content that I was making and some other videos I've made talking about maybe the Cybertruck or things like that. So the truck content pays much better. I'll just share with you guys a few more metrics here before I dip out of here. Let's go yearly, lifetime. So you can see that the views follow the money for the most part. Like 2020 was a bit of a down year for revenue. It was also a down year for views. That was just my channel in general. I'm sure a bunch of other channels out there had a lot more views based on whatever their content was throughout the pandemic. But in my situation here, you can see the views have grown pretty steadily throughout over time. This year, we're at 2.2 million, which is pretty significant growth. I'm happy with that. Another metric that I follow pretty frequently is average view duration. This is what tells me if I'm doing better or worse, is how long people stick with videos. So here you see when I first started, a minute 27, people dipped out. 2016 to 17, it was a lot of just continual growth, just learning how to produce videos. And then you can start to see it gets much better through 2018, 2019, where I broke that 3-minute mark. And now in 2021, I'm at 4.5 minutes, which I'm happy with that. So I tend to say that YouTube viewers have the attention span of gerbils. And then also level of effort. Every year you put a little more in, or it depends on what's going on basically between life and work and all that stuff. So 2016 I did 48 videos, 17 I did 62 videos, 2018 114. 2020 bigger drop off to 79 videos for the year. Again, there was a big financial drop off there. But 2021 back to 113. So I'll finish this year with the most videos I've ever produced for the channel by a couple. I think I'll have 115 by the time I'm done. I think I have 2 videos coming out before the end of the year. So call 115 compared to my 114 in 2018. So all in, I'm happy with this. Let's go and see subscribers. A lot of people get hung up on subscriber count. Doesn't impact how much money you make. Doesn't really impact anything aside from the fact that once you have more subscribers, when you hit publish on a video, you have a lot more people who are going to watch it immediately, which gives YouTube, it feeds the YouTube algorithm. So when you first create a YouTube channel, you might have 2 or 3 people that watch your video. It doesn't give the algorithm enough food for thought on how good that video is to then surface it to other people. When you start getting into tens of thousands of subscribers, if you can pick up 500 to 1,000 views within the first couple hours, well, now YouTube has a base to figure out if your video is any good or not. As you see here, 2018, I had 2,851 subscribers. 2019 was a big year because of the motorcycle, 8,000 subscribers. 2020, again, a down year, 6,400. And 2021, over 10,000 subscribers. So the growth it's great. I think this channel is heading in a positive direction. There's a lot of stuff that I am internalizing, trying to figure out where I want to go with the channel. I see a path in the future that requires more time, effort. So for what I'm doing right now, I'm happy. I think that the growth in this channel has been great. Before I duck out of here, I will share with you guys, Amazon affiliate sales for this year was worth $5,269.46. And then through my other affiliate sales for truck accessories, I have received $2,486. So we'll just call it 38 grand out of YouTube and all of the YouTube efforts for 2021. Now, that does not mean that I walk away with $38,000. No, it does not. I have to pay taxes on that money because it is not taxed income. Also, everything you guys watch me, all of the truck accessories that I've purchased, the truck that I've purchased, all of that stuff is part of the business and it all costs money. So there's been a lot of things that I have put into the channel this year specifically that I can honestly tell you I'm probably not walking away with a whole lot of anything in terms of taking money off the table. So you guys saw the truck that I purchased. I pay for all the motorcycle stuff, all of the accessories. Just bought a new computer. I have a new mixing board here. There's a lot of stuff in this room that I shared in a previous video, but it's even grown since then. So I have been reinvesting a lot of this money right back into this channel for the purposes of future growth. So the money may not always be as good. It's very possible that in the next couple months it peters off a little bit. So what I wanted to do was strike while the money was good and put some money back into this channel through some equipment purchases and the vehicle purchase, things like that. Then there's tax write-off benefits to some of this stuff as well. But ultimately, there is, if you're going to treat YouTube like a business, there are a lot of expenses. There's a lot of tax stuff you got to figure out. To anybody out there who's ever run a successful YouTube channel, to the viewers of those channels, there is so much that goes into this. You are every single part of the business, unless you have spouses helping or business partners, but this is 100% me. I'm doing all of the accounting, all of the production, all taxes, everything. I'm doing it all. So to think about it from the aspect of coming up with the ideas, filming the ideas, editing the ideas, thumbnails for the ideas, and then publishing it, communicating with the comments, managing the monthly budgets and paying bills, and just business development, reaching out for sponsorships. You are doing every aspect of any successful business. You're doing it all. And it's a lot to learn. It's awesome to learn. I have loved every second of it, but it is much more of a well-rounded business than a lot of people would probably either like to admit or care to share. But I try so hard to make the business not bleed into the content, I guess you'd say. All of the videos that you guys watch me making are topics that I find interesting, things that I just want to talk about because I feel like if it's something that is interesting to me, that the content will be better for it. So you guys have noticed a lot of truck content lately, and that's not me chasing money. That's me chasing what I want to talk about at the time being. It helps that the money is there, but I will assure you that when the new bikes are coming out this spring, when Harley makes those announcements, I'm going to make those videos. They are going to perform worse in terms of financial, but they're going to be videos that I want to make, and I'll be happy doing them. So it's not all about the money. It's all about making the content something that people want to consume. And I've just always viewed it like the money part will come as long as you keep doing all of the basics. And I've been doing it for 6 years now. So it hasn't been overnight. It's been very interesting. So this video certainly got very long-winded, but I wanted to share as much as I could, try to help people out. I'm not trying to dunk on anybody. As a matter of fact, it's funny because I know making this video, a lot of people are going to look at those numbers and their eyes are going to just get huge and be like, wow, that's crazy. All the while when larger creators are going to look at it and be like, man, that's only where that guy's at this point. Like, that's a joke. But I am running my own race. I don't care about necessarily where the smaller creators are comparatively, and I don't care where the larger creators are comparatively. I'm doing the work I can do. It's the only thing I can control, and I'm not going to spend a bunch of time worrying about other people's situations. It's just not in my nature. So I'll continue to learn from other creators and produce content, and hopefully the channel grows from that. So thank you guys very much for tuning in. Again, if this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. Happy holidays to everybody. I'll see you guys next time.